What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be starting a new series on this channel called Learning from My Mistakes, My Path to Getting Better. I'm really this year working on getting a lot better at the actual play of Warzone, and not just knowledge and all that, but my actual game sense, making plays, gun skill, all that. And instead of reviewing footage on my own privately, I figured I'd make videos out of it to help you, your squad mates, anybody watching, as well as myself while I'm working on getting better. I have about 5 clips here. Each video will be about 5 clips. I'll play the clip and then we'll go over what I could have done differently, what I did wrong. But I'm not going to drag this on too long. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I hit some shots here. Break guy. Sounds a little off. I don't know. I rendered this like 10 times to make the sound right. So I down this guy here. I'm getting shot. So I reload. I cover. I got decent cover off to my right, so I go and get my finish. Then I cover here. If you heard my teammate, he's calling out above us, so I look behind, up on the cliff behind me, and then I get fried in the back. So here, this was a really easy mistake to avoid. So we start off here. I get my thirst. I turn around to get away from the guys that were shooting now on my left. You can see they're ghosted. I got nothing on my radar there. The guy finishes not part of this team. So remember, we hear my teammate calling behind us. I'm turning around trying to get away from these guys that were shooting me now on my left, and I completely missed this guy. He's dead center screen. I'm just focused on getting away from the guys that are now on my left that were shooting me while I finished that kill. So I completely missed that guy, and then I lay down here because my teammate's calling out behind us. Not only is he calling out behind us, I see these 2 guys up on this cliff, and I didn't want to get fried by these guys. My teammate actually even pinged the guy that ended up killing me, and I still missed him. So it was just a lack of awareness. I probably should have actually, instead of getting cover here, what I should have done is, let me clear the screen. What I should have done when I'm going here is I should have slid down to here, maybe pushed all the way and gone here. These guys are going to be looking for me, but I have a better shot of dealing with this guy here who's below me and I can turn on, which would have given me cover from this guy. This cliff here gives me cover from the guys that are up here, and this guy's still floating in or above me somewhere, but I would still be covered from him because I have the whatever this structure is, the conveyor belt above me, so I'd be covered from that guy above me as well. I push down here, I deal with this guy, I don't get killed by this, by the guy out in front of me that ends up killing me from behind. Real simple mistakes to avoid. This was Vanguard Resurgence mode. I got radar pings to know where the guy who I killed, where his teammates were. Got 2 of them floating in, 1 below me. Should have dealt with the 1 below me. I had the callouts for the guys above me on the cliff, and like I said, I could have gone down or even played further up against this cliff to cover me from here instead of laying kind of out in the open. I got too focused on the one I killed and replating with the ones who'd actually shot bullets at me and not thought about all lines of sight. Very easy mistake to avoid. Here we have another clip. I don't know it took me so long to react to killing that guy, but I finished that guy off and I sprint out and I get killed by the guy in front of me. There's another really easy mistake to avoid. So here, I down the guy here. There's no viz on the guy that ends up popping over here, who ends up being the one that kills me. So I go ahead and down this guy, and then I start to thirst him. But I'm too tunnel visioned on that guy, because now you can see this guy here. And I should have either used these as cover, or I should have swung back around here, because there's the truck that's right here that you'll be able to see in just a second. And I can still finish that guy from there, and it also gives me cover from the guy that ends up killing me. So when I let this play out more, I get my thirst, and I don't know why I split off this way. Probably because I needed the plates. There's a plate box here. There's satchels. There's plates. I really need the plate, so I go to push. As you can see, I run through the plates. I don't pick up the satchel. So I'm going to try to pick up plates, which, even though it's been broken for 6+ months, we still don't pick up plates right when you run over it. And here I should have either sprinted behind these sandbags, which are cover from the guy that's now on my left, or after I downed the one guy, I should have originally swung from the right side back behind this truck. I can get the res on my teammate here. and I can thirst the guy that I just downed instead of thirsting him and then running. Once again, I just got tunnel vision on a thirst here as I'm panicking as the circle's getting small. And this guy ends up frying me right here, finishing off our game. I think this was Vanguard Resurgence again. These were all clips from right after Caldera dropped. So here, we're over in fields. I know there's guys in front of me because once again we're on Resurgence. I knew there's a guy above me. Earlier in this clip, I finished somebody. I got my radar pings. I start looking for guys. Down this guy here. Down this guy here. Get blown up by his teammate with a rocket launcher. Problem here is this is tunnel vision. Again, a little different than the thirst tunnel vision. So I'm watching these guys cross here at the beginning of the clip. I see a guy there. I see the guy in the background crossing initially, right? So right here, I spot this guy here. I knew there's a guy on my roof, but the guy on the roof doesn't know exactly where I'm at, so I shouldn't have focused on him. What I should have done is focused on this guy here, who does know where I'm at, is looking at me right there. And instead, I focus on the wrong guy. I even track him there. Stop tracking him because I noticed this other guy. I noticed this other guy that just ran left to right. And then here, I see this shadow here. There's actually decent awareness. And I see that shadow there. And here, I have a decision to make. I should have focused on this guy, who has a clear line of sight, has more space that he has to cross to get into coverage here, versus this guy here, who I do end up getting, has like 2 steps and he's out of range. So this guy is more open, easier beams, and has a clearer line of sight to me, and is harder to cover from because I can jump back into the window, and as soon as I jump back into the window, unless this guy pulls out into the open like this, I'm covered from this guy. If I pull back into the window and don't sprint directly back into the building, this guy still has a line of sight on me. So I should have focused on this guy further. This instead of tunnel vision is more prioritization issue here. Prioritization is just as important as anything else. So really here, and now I focus on this guy. So I don't even see this guy's got a rocket launcher, which if you use a rocket launcher, unless you've landed in, you got nothing else, shame on you. Just like shotguns in my book. I focus on this guy here instead. And then I'm about to die anyways. I break this guy, I down this guy, and I go to thirst. It's probably too late for this rocket, but because I'm going to thirst here, I have no chance of coming back into the window and missing this rocket. Like I said, I probably would have got hit by the rocket anyways because I focused on the wrong guy, and I should have focused on this guy. Like I said, prioritization is key, and they're just little mental decisions that you have to get into a habit of making. So, and then I end up going down, and there's nothing you can do there.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning for resupply.
Here I got the SPR, which I think is the best sniper after the Car and Swiss nerfs, and the Cooper carbine before we knew it was nerfed. Down a guy here, I cover, I reload, I go to chow the other guys here. Didn't even think about plating or anything. That's one mistake right there, is I should have plated. I know I have the high ground on them, and they still have to push. I can at least get 1 or 2 plates in. I try to run away, I get shot in the back. I left the kill cam on here because it was a little bit more useful on this one. And so we'll look at this clip here. And so it's fine that I down this guy. Like I said, I down him. I grab cover here. Let me see if I can get a radar ping frame. And so I know that there is a guy close low on the guy that I downed. There's a good chance he's going to try to res him or cover him so they can kill our team and res. So I don't need to worry about that guy. And then I pop back up without replating, which was a mistake, like I said. This guy that's shooting me right here, he's just staring, waiting for me to pop back up. And now I know I have a guy, if I use radar, I have a guy actually pushing up to my right. With radar, I would have already known that if I had been paying attention. This is the guy shooting me right here, and then we have a guy further back here. So I should have either calmed with my teammates and focused on the right guys, focused on my guy on the right. Like I said, I still should have plated. Peeking this guy was a mistake because I don't have my teammates looking over the cliff and shooting at him yet. And I should have checked radar before I peeked. It takes a half a second to check radar. Saw this guy pushing up right. and played that guy there instead of peeking there, because if you saw right there at the end, I had tracers coming from my right as well. And so I end up getting team shot by both of them and getting fried in an instant. I actually get myself off because this guy has to come around the cliff more. And as soon as I get that self off, I should have at least, got a plate in. Instead, I tried to sprint to get behind this rock to get plates in, because once again, I didn't pay attention to my radar that there was a guy close. So I think it's just the guys down in the street, which I think I can get away from. But I had a guy that's now on my close left, and I end up going down here. So as you can see here, we actually have the guy trying to get a res here. The guy that ends up finishing me is the farthest back guy, but you see this guy pushing up to the left.
You're not dead yet.
He pushes up to the left, which I would have known radar, and I could have stayed prone behind these rocks, which covers me from the guy who gets the credit in the kill cam, and taken out this guy, gotten another plate or two off, and then re-peeked the guy that ended up finishing me. So once again, it's just an awareness thing using my radar, like in the first clip, and prioritization, like in the last clip.
Yeah,
I wasn't really tunnel vision for thirst.
I got the fucking gun glitch, dude. Oh my god.
Objective is
The
to
gas
eliminate
inside. That's a good push.
So that's the last clip right there of this one, and this is another similar mistake. So I down and thirst the guy there. Once again, this is Vanguard Resurgence. Even without the pings on the map, it's not that big of a deal. I would have known because I have teammates in the building with me.
Oh my god.
One that actually gets down, so I know there's a guy right here.
Objective is to eliminate.
I peeked this guy just in case he's still there. He's ran back out the door and running to the left. I hear the footsteps running to the left, which I know, footsteps in Caldera. He peeks this window. I get a decent jump shot into cover off, break him, and then my mistake here is tack sprinting into him. I should have probably swung around this corner and bunny hopped. So I'm ADS around this corner, not tack sprinting towards him, and I definitely should not leap through the window here. My two options are I break him. I have auto tack sprint on, so I'm going to tack sprint on this corner, bunny hop into the window, see if he's peeking, or pull back, come out the back side of the building, because I know there's nobody on this side of the building. So I should have came out, and I can either regain into this house here, plate, or I can swing back around, use the loadout as cover here, or hard swing out the door and around, where I know that he doesn't see me in the window, so he's going to come back around this side. Bunny hop out the door and chow him there, even though there would have been teammates here. So my best play here is, I know I got no plates. I know I'm not full health. I know that because of radar pings on Resurgence that all the guys are right outside my house here. So what I should have done, instead, check my minimap, see where they're all at, push back into this house. I had 8 plates, so I could have fully plated and then either swung out to one of the sides, try to get up the mountain some here, or swung down here and use the loadout for coverage, or try to get around behind them. It's a real simple play. The worst play I could have made is the one I make, where I full tack sprint around this corner, thinking, I don't know, I shouldn't have thought that he's going to pull away, because he's either going to push on this door and I'm going to get shot in the back, or he's going to hold this window. And if he's holding this window, tack sprinting's going to automatically get me killed. And then, I don't know why I don't ADS when I come around the corner and see him there. Instead, I decide I'm going to full push him, try to jump around behind him. That's not going to happen unless I got a stim and I'm zooming, and even then, it's probably not going to happen. And he ends up frying me. So, those are all simple mistakes that I have made. I've noticed squad mates making. They're really simple errors that I think the majority of Warzone players make. Everything I kind of went over are the micro decisions that you see the top players making without even thinking. They don't even think. They just make those decisions instinctually. And that's kind of what I'm trying to build by going over my footage, analyzing and sharing it with you all. One day I might break down clips that went well as clips that went poorly. But I think we learn better from our mistakes than our successes. Because failure is just another learning opportunity. Success doesn't really teach you as much. And I think it's more valuable to go over why I died, what I could have done to prevent these deaths. But that all being said, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more so you know when I'm uploading. Comment down below what you think of this series. If there was any other things that I could have done differently that I didn't mention. Backseat gaming is welcome in the comment section on these videos, because these videos are for myself and anybody who views these videos to improve. So definitely put your comments and your thoughts of what I could have done differently down below. Like I said, I'll have all my social medias linked down below. I have started posting to TikTok, so my TikTok will also be linked down below. This year, I am going to get back into streaming. I'm just waiting till I can get a better PC for it. But all of that being said, thank you for watching again. But I will see you on Caldera and Rebirth Island. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.